Hey everybody, I got my new motor in the mail yesterday. I got it from eBay, came from this company, and this is the story on this. When you're gonna order one of these, I think you could get the same thing from Amazon and probably other sources too. But when I went to order this, the number I used was B13400-353. That's when if you got one of these old motors, go down here and use that number. And then when you find one online, make sure that all this stuff matches up. That and the horsepower, of course, you want to make sure. And this here figure here, these things got to match. And if they match the one you're ordering along with that number, then you can be pretty darn sure the motor you get's going to be good. Now with the new one over here, this is the number, but it says B, but 13400-353. And it is a half horsepower and all that. So you want to that's what you got to do. Now the biggest difference I saw between these two is the way this bearing's set in, which I don't think's gonna, doesn't matter. But here's the thing, here's something else. You see the wiring on this and the wiring on this looks like a much bigger, gauge, but it isn't. This was GM. This is a GM motor. It was maybe made in America. And they put this really nice thick coating on this, insulator. And with this one, it's, it's like crazy thin. I hope it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't. I'll find out. But the wire inside is, you see that wire? You look at that, and then you look at the thickness of this one. There is a difference, but there isn't a huge difference. We're going to find out, but they have sold lots of these online, and I didn't see any negative reviews about that, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed a little bit. Now here's the big thing. Oh yeah, this here, I cleaned it out. I didn't use water. I just did a lot of rubbing. Still needs a little more, I guess, with brushes, and then blew it out with air pressure. But getting back to this, this one spins a little better. It's older, but this is the trick. Look at this. There's no play in that shaft, none at all. This one, if you look in here, you'll see that rock back and forth. So that was definitely not good. And I think that's why I'm hoping this cures the whole problem. This would start up, it would run, but after it reached a point, it would either, it would kick off. This would get just too hot. And you'd have to wait. You'd have to hit the circuit breakers, the pull breakers until this thing cooled down, and then put it, switch them back on, then should work again. You can't do that, you know what I mean. So we'll get this in today, and we'll show that also. I'm not going to bother showing you me hooking it up into this here cage and all that, but we'll show you it once it's inside, and we'll let you know, did it work or not. If it did, it saved me $11,000 at least. All right.